Alrighty. I think I'm recording. I'm learning. I tell you, man, getting old, it hasn't really affected my body as much as it has my thinking process. My dad had dementia, and I'm not saying I've got dementia, but I might be a little dyslexic, and I tend to forget things, for sure. Like I want to go to a roadway express reunion. It's down south in some kind of buffet Saturday morning. And man, I'm not going to remember anyone's names. That's going to be kind of embarrassing. But I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. I haven't been going. I want to go to one. I think it's cool that someone takes the time to set all that up. I mean, it's like, no, you don't have to do it. It's kind of a different calling there. To set up a reunion for the benefit of everyone else. That's a kind heart. That's an act, kind act. So I was listening to like a 15-minute podcast, or not really, just a guy expressing his theological beliefs in the Bible on Revelation. And I think one of the most famous verses in areas of the Revelations is when it talks about the beast, right? And everyone will have the mark of the beast. And then he mentioned that mark is in the hand and in the forehead, it's the hand and the head. And then he went on to explain that the hand was your actions and your head was your thoughts. And it all starts in your head, and then it goes into action. And that the mark of the beast, he kind of equated all that with social media. That it's marked, it knows your, that phone knows your thoughts. It's crazy how how well that the phone knows you. And that the attention span of adults today, where 40 years ago it used to be, I think measured at like 29 seconds or something, and now it's like less than 6. And there's all those studies over this, how the phone controls your phone controls you, basically. It's interesting, as a marketing agent, marketing person who's trying to market my business, and I've got to be in that world. right? How you get in the analogs of trying to get the Facebook to show people your product, your post, or whatever that might be. And that you can't, today's world is just not right to be like in a room without any electronics or anybody else, and just be by yourself. You know, from the last thing we look at till the first thing we pick up in the morning and all throughout the day is your phone. You know, I guess everyone always thought that the mark of the beast was going to be have something that there's no way that I would agree to let them mark me, right? And that we kind of image that like holding people down and getting the mark. But in essence, we all want the mark. We choose the mark. Love how it says no through traffic, but yet I go through here all the time. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Man, sweet. It's a little windy, but it's really nice as far as temperature wise. I haven't been carrying any dig passes. Hello. Hi. You know, most days when I leave, I have like, okay, this is where I'm going to bike. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to get here. But then there's sometimes, it's like today, I have no idea where I'm going. I don't know whether I'm turning right or left. I mean, right now I'm kind of in my same path that I take just to get towards Plainfield. But I don't know if I'm going to stay on the trails, or I'm going to jump through town, do a little urban riding, not really sure yet. I guess that'll just determine on my mood, right? If my mood is kind of like being alone in my inner thoughts, then I'll just take a trail. But if my mood is like, come on public, let's have a conversation, then I'll go downtown. I don't say downtown, I'll just go urban. Then this is probably my 15th time this year biking, maybe. Or just there where I had to like get it into the wind a little bit and uphill. My body just reacted and did it. So it's like I can feel myself starting to get into biking form a little bit more and more. So Jennifer and I went to the Mercy Me concert in Fort Wayne. just got back. That was a great concert. I will tell you, a lot of concerts, you know, after about an hour and 20 minutes, I'm looking at my watch going, when's this going to be over? But that one, you know, they had 2 warm-up bands. And then Mercy Me that took the stage. Then they went like 2 hours. So it was 4 hours. It was 7 to 11. And it didn't seem like it. So my kids got us that gift for Christmas. Surprised us with Mercy Me tickets. You just got to get a hotel and drive to Fort Wayne. You know, first I did it for Jennifer, but I really enjoyed it. Then we stopped off at Dig Dig on the way back. I had to pick up some little dump trucks. I'm going to make some silent auction baskets. Have Jennifer make them. And then we got there, stocked the toy store. Lydia, she's all by herself. Jake came in right when he needed to, but in my mind, he was a half hour late. Just because I already went in and called my sister, hey, can you come in and Dig? It's getting busy. And it's kind of a weird day at Dig because we close, it's Good Friday, and we close at 2. And I do my best. I've had 2 posts that go out on Facebook and Instagram, and we put messages out, but inevitably we're going to have people showing up at Dig at 3 o'clock, and we're closed. And man, I know to a lot of you out there, you go, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is the 2.5-year-old in that car seat in the back. And the look on the parents' face when they realize Dig's not open. Oops. And that makes me feel bad. Favorite spot to pack up. It's a little busy today. Anytime I get a shot, man, I'm going across the township line. I'm gonna have to bring a broom out here and just sweep this up. This is horrible. Yeah, it doesn't look good as far as trying to get across prior to the intersection. Kind of slowing down. Got a car making a left. Oh, whatever. Car making a left. There we go. So I called my sister in an owner panic, right? It's not like the place is out of control. It's just busy. And in my mind, when it's busy, more employees mean a better customer experience. That's all. So, I called my sister in, and then Jake came in right then, and I told him that I brought my sister in and left. And he called my sister and said, we don't need you, stay home, it's all good. And, you know, Jake's got more experience on that than I do, so I'm not going to sit here and disagree with him. You know, sometimes when it comes to controlling cost, in my mind, I overspend more than I should. because I am so concerned about the customer experience. But the more you don't spend wisely, guess what that means? You gotta raise the price. So, and my understanding, a lot of places are right now raising their price. I'm not gonna say we haven't discussed it, but we don't want to. In fact, we just put our parties 20% off. I'm gonna go straight and I'm gonna let this guy know. Thank you so much. Woohoo! I like to acknowledge people that see me and communicate. You know, I don't want to just, hey, it's my right of way, so, you know, I don't even have to look at you. Positive reinforces good behavior. Positive feedback. Like, nice job. I don't know what I want to do. I feel pretty good. Okay, I got a person making a left with no left turn signal. So those people always bother me because they don't know to use a turn signal or care. They may not care I'm here either. I think I'm gonna go straight. I wonder how many people that live in this area that's been at this intersection a million times that do not know what going straight looks like here. Well, shoot. Guess I need to back up and use this light. I could have gone. Because this is a long light. I could have just, there was a car behind me making a right. See, that's the other thing, you know, just like a car, you don't want to miss a light, you definitely don't want to miss a light on a bike. That's, oh, wait. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you? You've been out biking today.
Oh, man, just got started. I'm about 3 miles in.
Oh, good. Where you biking from?
I bike from Dan Jones and 100 South Morris, and I don't know where I'm going, but I'll probably go Stratford and then go out to Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun.
All right, man. What kind of hat is that? A monster hat?
Yeah.
Is that what you got in the bag?
No, actually, I got Arizona tea.
Oh, okay.
I just had them once not so long ago. Yeah.
All
I
right.
like them.
Yeah.
You like them?
No. My age, man, those will kill you. I gotta go. Green light.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya. Have a good day.
I was hyped up, man. That's what I felt like. He was on monsters and he had more monsters, but he had Arizona iced tea. What is that? That's not alcohol, is it? I don't think it is. Let's see this guy coming around this. You see me? Okay. he's like, that was another situation there where, I'm not gonna go until I see some contact, some eye contact. And that's harder and harder with tinted windows. Drivers think that we can see right inside there. You can't see nothing. Or as my wife would say, you mean you can't see anything? Oh, am I on the sidewalk? I don't know why I'm on a sidewalk. So usually when I go through these neighborhoods to get to where I'm going, Stratford, whatever, I pass a little further west of here. Okay, man, that's that wind will get you there. But again, though, I feel really good. I think I can. I'm not even really tired. Section Street. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, look at this. I don't think I've ever biked through this. Obviously it's school, but man, when I was a kid, a teenager, I was not a good kid. I mean, good as far as not good for what I was doing to myself. I used to drink Mad Dog 2020. When we go to a school just like this, but the windows had some kind of decorative cutouts in it. And I'm sure they didn't think this through, but we could sit in those facing each other, one on one side, one on the other, just facing our inside this decorative window cutout that is in front of the window. And a cop could drive right by and they would never know you're there. And we'd sit in there and drink Mad Dog 2020. I know I've got to go west. I think. Because I think this neighborhood like tapers off. Like dead ends or something south of here. Now this is Elm. You say that like, oh, Elm, yeah, I know where I'm at. I've heard of it. And I've probably biked on this road before a lot. But that's what it's like when you start getting old, man. It's like every day is a new experience. It's such a nice, quiet neighborhood. Elm and birch. Beautiful. Look at those trees. It's weird because it's Good Friday. I know a lot of people are off today. I think. I know, people don't think Good Friday like older people think about Good Friday. We actually they got their Easter bikes out. Okay, we're on Stafford now. We're just a lot closer to 267. So I can go right and go to the park, or I can go left and do more of an urban bike ride. As I was going up this hill, I was changing gears and having to dig in just to a little bit of energy. So I'm not trying to fast. It just kind of reminds me of like this bike and me are really working together. The bike's got to do its job, and I got to do my job. And it's not, I guess I'm considered the engine. And same way how you treat your engine for your car, change oil, put air in tires. Well, how you treat the engine. Is there no sidewalk here? There is no sidewalk here at all. I don't remember that. I guess I think there's a sidewalk up there. Up and over this moat. That's it. I'm going to end up going up and over that grass hill. Number one, I want to see if my engine can do it. But I'm going to pick a spot so that if I look like an idiot and fall on my face, I'm not right in the middle of an intersection. I can get up real quick, dust off, and act like I meant to do it. Now, the best spot. Man, that's kind of hilly. Okay. Oh, there is no sidewalk up here. Well, there is. Against the traffic shoulder. I guess I should have just crossed. Not sure I like that decision. I ain't gonna run like that. So I'm gonna just hang out here and hope no one thinks this is a normal lane. Because I wouldn't want to hop that curb at 15 miles an hour at an angle if I had to get out of the way. But let me tell you, if that was my only choice, I'd do my best at it. Now there's a car with, is that a cop? Boys and girls, I would not recommend this. I mean, it's okay. But can think of a different and better way to treat your afternoon. I'm in this like predicament right now. Should I just keep going? I mean, let's do this. And now that's green over there, so I can't go straight. I'm hung out here. But you know, that car was like, does he know he's gonna get hung out here? And he didn't know. And I actually could have made that. And now I'm in the left corner for cars. Well, I decided to be a little patient. And here we go. You know, people, how many people are making comments like, can't this guy find a better place to bike? I'm going to go across. That's what you call a stale green. You know it's going to turn, so you got to make a decision. Either just keep going, put the gas down, or back off. Now, there's the sidewalk. Way the heck up there. Okay. There we go. Oh, wow. That was such a long sidewalk. Well, I guess it continues up there. I'm going to go ahead and get out in the street. Get in front of that car for a minute. I didn't want to take a chance on hitting a pedestrian. Wow, I'm going with the wind right now, and it's just like it's hot, and there's like no air. It's like I'm going the exact speed as the wind. So I'm coming out behind the Walmart, and the Dollar General and the Auto Zone is up here, Long John Silver's. I used to frequent 2 of those, but I've kind of given them up. I'm trying to get in a little better shape. AutoZone, man, they got that bowl of candy out there, so I never go in there. Dollar General, man, it is just the ultra processed crap that is so good. Something diabolical about that, isn't it? It's that they take something that is so bad for you and make it so good. Your body just loves that cheap energy. I did something a little different today. Normally I haven't eaten by the time I take a ride, but We just up in Fort Wayne, so we had a big buffet, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, with buffets, you gotta take advantage of the buffets. Does this sidewalk go on this side? I think it does. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Now, normally when I'm doing my area around Plainfield, I'm on the other side of this street. But now I'm actually on the south side of Washington, going with traffic, going east. Pizza King there has a lunch buffet. Is that the same Pizza King that's in Avon? Gotta watch going through water. Why? And I got this bright yellow shirt on, and I'm going to have scuff marks down the back of it, like a dirty pair of underwear if I go too fast. I'm going to just I guess I'll go into Walmart area, because how busy could that be? Let's just go where everyone is trying to get in and out of Walmart and ride a bike through it. Sometimes, Billy, I don't think you have any sense. Thank you. Did I say that right, by the way? Now, I go back into the Walmart area. This is how not to cross the road. You got a duck or a goose, they'll attack you. It's got an egg around here somewhere. If I knew where it was, I'd crack them. Value City, I guess, went out of business, maybe? Huh. Would that be a good place for a dig? Huh. Maybe. I don't know, retail leases suck. Need you to sign here for the next 10 years. Sure, we're going to give you all this money up front. It's really just going to be a high interest loan, but you're not going to see it like that. So you're going to take all this money, and then we got you forever. And if you ever want to go out of business, we're going to take your nuts. And that's a retail loan. People say, well, what do you mean retail? Well, this is all retail, which when you sign these leases, you usually pay a CAM fee. That's the common area maintenance fees. And you're responsible for the upkeep. And they can spend as much money as they want. And then they can take an administration fee of that expense and then charge it back to you. And we'll estimate it, but then if we're wrong, you got to write us a check at the end of the year within 30 days. And that wasn't even the main reason I don't like retail leases. The warehouse lease, so far in my experience, is simpler, less expensive, and less commitment. Problem is, you just got to have a business that people won't necessarily drive by and see. And I don't know how much that's worth. I don't know. I could be wrong. But from what I'm seeing, I think we do as much or more as retail locations. Might take you a little bit, but even that wasn't true. I mean, geez, January, we opened December, and January was the best month we ever had to this day. You know, this is going to sound really strange, but right now I kind of miss riding against the wind. Because now it's kind of like I'm on an e-bike. And it's hot. Let's go to the Metropolis Mall. Car that's been following me the whole way. Probably in that big old truck island while his girlfriend's shopping. That same car is still following me. I just noticed that. Should I just See if I make a left and see if he still wants to follow me around the circle. No, he's gone. That's good. This guy's, I think that's a parking spot. Maybe it is. Sure shit sits out there. That can't be a parking spot. I got my helmet on today, by the way. I had my mind made up that I was not going to wear a helmet. Until right before I was going to leave. And I saw it sitting on the counter. And I couldn't find my hat right then. So I made the decision to wear the helmet. Here's where you think people say, well, you're supposed to stop. That is someone who's never rode a bike. I remember I was in Little League. We were doing a scrimmage, and I was not just practice. And I mean, I'm like 8 years old, right? And I'm playing home plate, so that when the coach hit a ball out, throw the ball, hit the ball out. If it was something to first, in reality, the catcher is supposed to. I guess this is what somebody told me, so maybe I was just being fooled. The catcher is supposed to run down to first base and back up the first baseman. And, maybe in a game when, you get 2 ground balls an inning, but when the coach is just hitting one after another, I didn't put 2 and 2 together to say, buddy, you don't need to go run after first base every single time. But what's the coach supposed to say? He's practicing, so I say, hey man, you don't have to do that. So no, the coach didn't say that. He knew what I didn't know, that after about 8 or 9 times of doing that, I wasn't going to do it anymore. And he was right. So what's that story got to do with anything? What was I thinking about? Oh, I remember. So people that say you should stop at a stop sign, just kind of like how many times on a bike ride are you going to stop at a stop sign? And how many times you're going to be an 8-year-old kid running to first base? Not too many times is the answer to that. Do you see me? Do you see me? I got the green and she's like looking left. Can I go? And I'm like, no, I'm here. That was the one time I did have the right of way. And I almost got hit. So there you go. What difference does it make whether you have the right of way or not? Okay. So I communicated to him that I was going straight and he waited. But then when I waved at him to say thank you, he still had both hands on the steering wheel, so he was not happy that he chose to do that. Come on, man, find a little happiness in your kindness. See, here you go. I can't see inside that at all. At all. I mean, if he wasn't backing up, I was not going. And they'll be like waving you on. What, dude? You can see about 3% into your windows. It's like the president's. There's an actual cross. This is interesting. Push buttons to turn on warning lights. Okay, so it's not. Oh, does it actually tell people to stop? Oh my gosh. And people listen to it. They listen to that. I didn't know that. If I was 13 years old, I'd be having a little party on the corner, just keep pushing those lights, but not cross, and just laughing. Yeah, that was probably not kindness 13. Hate to say. So, do I want to go straight here? No, let's just go ahead and start heading home. I'm not tired at all. I mean, I could go. But it does look like it could rain. And so I can always bike closer to the house. Again, man, this is Hobbs. This is really nice. It's the Carmel of Plainfield, the Carmel of Hendricks County. Kind of. Oh, look at this. Oh, my sidewalk was blocked. I have no sidewalk. Good thing I got no cars coming. Stop for lunch here too. I guess I do have a car coming. Shouldn't you only be parking there if it's necessary, as opposed to just eating your lunch there? Oh. I wonder if there's a policy. Do you have to get approval as a maintenance worker like this, or whatever you're doing, to like close roads and sidewalks? Or if you're like AJ Fence Company that's coming in and repair a curb, like a side rail, you just come in and shut down whatever you want, 465, Rockville Road. See, I think something like that, that's a company, I'm pretty sure, that's being hired to do that. But couldn't the city have some type of people working off probation or community service and just come out here and serve the public, pick up trash, that kind of thing? Why do we have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to do the work when we can use it as a rehabilitation program? Just a thought. Let's just go find out. How you doing? Careful with that pitchfork now. Oh, look out! How you guys doing? All terrain. How you doing, man? Hello. Hola. Okay, I don't think that was a work program. Great people. Very friendly. The smile is worldwide. It's international language. You smile. I was pointing at that pitchfork, like waving my finger, like be nice at that pitchfork. And she knew what I was talking about. In fact, when she got behind me, she was kind of like faking like she was going to prod me like a horse or something. I heard Adelaide. Still a lot of trash out here. 100 South. I was just gonna go through there and like see if there was someone I could talk to find out if they're a company or what they are, but I didn't speak that language. I wish I did, man. I have tried to learn Spanish so many times. I just think it'd be so cool to just be able to like stop and have a conversation. You know, old white guy on a bike having a conversation with a bunch of working Hispanic people in their language. Shame on me, man. It's hard. You know, when you don't immerse yourself in it. I don't know how to immerse myself in it. Well, let me say I haven't tried hard enough to immerse myself in it. It wasn't a priority. That dude was smoking. He's getting ready to go down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull a Yui here. I need to stop and get a drink. I keep putting that. Nobody coming on this side. So I had a nice clear opportunity here and I took it. See, look at that. I tell you what, they're doing a nice job. I mean, that looks nice. Agree? So how do you use that job to rehabilitate? Well, you teach them that. Attention to detail. Giving a crap about your work. Contribute to society instead of take from it. You know, that makes me want to not ride through mulch. Which I mean, I don't go out of my way to ride through mulch. Okay, but if it's mulch or traffic, I'm going to go through mulch. So we just got back from Fort Wayne. I think I mentioned that. But all along 69, going to and back from Fort Wayne, there were all these crews that were picking up trash. And they had like one of those industrial trasher picker-uppers. So I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that. I mean, they weren't bending down. They had it down. They were like, snap it and stick it in a bag. And they had bags and bags of trash. Well, that car that I was just talking about smoking, it got smoked. I'm not going to put myself in that situation, not knowing anything, and try to help them out. Number one, I couldn't. It's not like I got any tools on me. It's not like I have any mechanical knowledge whatsoever. And it wasn't like I was going to like, hey, hop on, I'll take you over here to the auto zone. So I just gawked. I was a gawker. I was like holding up traffic. Oh, what's this? I always think of like the look Brian Regan has, you know. I love that comedian. When he's got that dumb look like, what? I'm into the wind now. I was wishing for it. Now I got it. I love the part where he plays the antique roadshow. The guy brings in a spatula. He goes, I just found it in the drawer. I thought maybe it was from Avalon. The guy's like, well, what would I say? What would you say if I said this was absolutely worthless? And it comes up, absolutely worthless on the bottom. And then he's like, when is this gonna air? That's the line, right? When is this gonna air? Crack myself up. I'm riding in the wind. hell is that wind blowing? That wind is straight out of the west. Remember I said earlier I like to start out against the wind and end with the wind. Well, I didn't plan that route out this way, so I'm finishing this thing out right in the teeth of the wind. Woo. Volkswagen TDI just went by me. Someone probably, they're like, hey! Why did that guy honk?